Don't forget. What's up, folks?
Hey, everybody.
Good
How are you?
morning, good evening, good
I'm
afternoon.
trying to get myself together. My head wrap looks crazy.
Good something.
It looks real crazy.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh, it's fine.
it looks, I don't know.
You look
Hi, everybody.
spectacular.
I'm trying. Brian Bridges.
Holy
how
moly.
are you?
I know that fella.
Yeah.
Yo, what is up? But I just had to do something real quick. I got 100 on a retake I had to do. So
Thank
All right,
you.
cool. Very nice.
Turn off the laptop now, please.
What is the word?
What's the word?
Shanna.
Hey, badass. How are you?
Big Willie. They call him Big Willie. What's popping? What's populating? What's percolating? Man.
At the shop grinding and listening. Listen, I just got out the garden. Well, I just got out the shower, but before I got in the shower, I was in the garden and feeding the puppies. Today was a hard day with the dogs.
Yeah.
Two of the dogs ran away. Hey, Mackie 11. I just watched your fishing video. That's nice. Mackie 11's in Jamaica.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
And he just subscribed before we went live.
Very nice.
Hey,
Wagwan.
Mentos.
What, brother?
We're gonna do our best to keep this live like yours.
On
Right,
track.
Dada? On track.
On track.
Oh, I stay on track in my life?
Yeah, I don't do that for mine. Today we're gonna try to do it.
Real deal. What up?
That guy with guns. Something by Sophia.
Sophia.
How are you?
Mentos, what up, brother?
Joseph Harris should be in here soon. I just,
Yeah,
There he goes, right there.
You just walked him in.
There you go. There he goes, Joseph Harris. Monique, how are you?
What up, Mo? Do they call you Mo?
Mo.
Or Nikki?
They probably call her Monique by her name.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, if you're having them cousins or whatever, just Mo or Nikki. I think most of the Moniques that I know, they call them Nikki for some reason.
Yeah.
Cousins and all that,
Oh.
I got cousins. Monique cousins.
Do you?
I thought Monique was a... See, Mo, look. Her husband calls her Mo. Yeah.
I'm so low.
They used to call that, like, the most exotic name. Something exotic, like Monique.
I have a friend named Monique, Rashonda's sister. Monique.
Yeah. Joseph Harris, what are you doing today, man? What's going on with you? Yeah. But how was your day otherwise?
Great.
It was busy, homeschooling. We did a lot of social studies today.
Yeah, we did a lot. We got good grades though. We got a lot of hundreds.
That's beautiful. Philly Slow, what's popping, brother?
What else?
I
cleaned my room.
I cleaned my room.
Hey, Mackie, let us know, man, how it is over there, man. Because as far as I know, it's 96 degrees in the shade. And we over here we ain't getting snow.
No, we not.
But
today was nice.
The northwest or somebody's getting bad, like retarded snow, like ridiculous.
Shanna said you need an exotic name like Shanna so people can butcher it all the time.
Yep, that's right, Cheyenne, Shana, Shania, Shannon.
Philly Slow.
Y'all got snow?
Got snow.
I want to go up to New York on wintertime.
For the snow?
Yes. It's been.
You can go to Atlanta for the snow.
Yeah, you
Let's
go
go
to
to
Memphis,
Atlanta.
to
I got
Tennessee.
cousins there. I got uncles and aunts.
Yeah.
Cousins.
Spencer Fahaya, I remember that. I remember that. That's what the dude from Black Panther, that big dude, Wakanda dude, M'Baka, or whatever that tribe was. M'Baka?
Yes.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, man. Jason Twin, what up? What's popping? What is the word? Walk onto the roof. All this damn snow. I bet.
What?
I bet. Because that snow don't melt. That Canadian snow stay. That's that igloo snow. 55.
Man, I can't imagine.
Oh, you guys don't forget to look at the community page. I posted some sales today. Listen, I almost bought some throwing knives.
Why?
They was really nice.
Yeah.
But they really nice looking.
He
said 29 now in Jamaica.
Yeah, but they go by Celsius.
Oh yeah.
So what's that in?
Yeah.
Hey Siege.
I don't know what that is.
Hey Sherry.
I don't know what that comes out to be. 29 degrees Celsius. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Oh, man. My bad.
So how was your work day?
My day? It was a day. It was a day. Yeah, it was a day. It was plenty.
So it's 84.
84. That's comfy.
I can't.
That's comfy.
You know what sucks when it snows in Canada? All that snow, even though.
Why he slid that one in there in Canada?
Wait, can't.
Yep, 84.2.
Yeah, man.
I feel so low. And I have a freaking blanket. I mean, not blanket, pillow.
Yeah. Well.
So when you shovel your snow, it just gonna come right back. It sucks.
Yeah. Well.
They should be almost done though.
I should. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be the snow should be almost done.
Yeah, because I mean, spring is already sprung. It's that time. Like the worst is over. Let's say that.
We hoping.
Well, I'm good. I don't care how it's not going to get that bad regardless.
You wore a sweater today and it was 66 degrees today.
It's cold. My feet are freezing.
That's good. As long as that shit don't hit 30 something.
Oh,
she said not to mid-May. I told you, for them it stays cold for a long time.
Damn. Okay, you got the twilight up there or something?
But that's like New York. There's plenty of times we had Easter and it was either really bad rain or snow during Easter in New York.
I don't remember.
No.
It's never in.
It was sunny.
I don't remember nothing out of New York. Just by
you have a shut off button on certain like errors in your life. You have a whole shut off button. We'll be talking about something. He'd be like, "Yo, I don't even remember."
Just buy. Bye, New York.
Snow is overrated. That's how Billy feels. Billy hates snow.
With your funky ass traffic laws and all that stuff. You gotta pay to do everything you do. You gotta pay to pay something.
Shanna gotta go back to work.
Oh, yeah, it's mad early over there. It's like 2:00.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
Siege is at work. She should be wrapping it up soon.
Yeah, Siege. That's right. See that, Zach?
28 degrees.
That's crazy.
And that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
That is crazy. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, it was decent today. Not too bad.
It was nice. It was nice enough for me to do the garden and do some So I was supposed to be waiting on Billy to do some tree stumps. I definitely was back there and I poured gas around the whole yard and just let it just.
You lit it up?
Yeah, I did.
Did it do anything?
It burnt.
It didn't do anything.
It burnt a little bit.
It didn't do anything.
Just a little bit.
Did you put?
When you put gasoline, the grass is never gonna grow there.
It's on the tree stump.
Right, you kept it on the tree stumps. Got it.
No, I didn't. I did it on the.
Man,
you kept it on the tree stumps.
Two bad things.
I didn't think about that. So yeah, I should have waited.
Nah, once we turn the soil over and all that, it should be all right. I hope, because that's how they clear fields out in Georgia and plenty of other places. They burn that shit.
And we learned that today, didn't we, Alex?
Huh?
What did we learn about burning in a rainforest?
Well, no, they didn't do that with gasoline.
They didn't do it with gasoline, but they burned the soil in order to flip it over and to just continue to farm.
Create new life. That's right.
Martika, how are you?
Tika Mar.
Howard J.
The luckiest man on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drill
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I told her. That was the plan, this morning.
Real deal. But I'm impatient, so let's not correct Erica. Real deal.
Did you put
Real deal knows everything.
Don't want to do that.
Real deal knows everything. Him and Giovanni, their name of their show should be "We Know Everything." That's it. Real deal and Giovanni just come up with a show. We know everything.
We're gonna call it "Got Questions, We Got Answers."
Right.
I got a question. Did you put the gasoline on the anthill?
That's where I don't care about putting gas. I put that shit right on the anthill. Fuck that.
Y'all so mean.
Sorry.
So mean. Those things are the devil.
That's mean.
They hurt.
All right, let's get into the topic.
Hey, before we do get into the topic, I'm gonna just say this real quick, and this is gonna be from this channel today, this live today, and then into Monday. Recently, everybody's familiar with the well, I don't want to say everybody, but plenty enough people are familiar with the platypus from Stealth Arms. And recently somebody had offered to I don't know, front a like a large amount of the cost for Alex's platypus or whatever. And I turned them down, like, because I really didn't know what was, I didn't want to just be like, yeah, send it. That's not me. So, but either way, if anybody does want to or is interested in helping Young Gunner get his hands on a platypus for his birthday, I'm open for it now, because I do know what expense we can absorb and what it's going to cost or whatever. I didn't know what it was going to cost before, but I know now. So apologize for turning anybody down about it, but anything that anybody wants to do.
Now nobody wants to donate because you're already showing everybody now.
Sorry.
Who wants to donate?
Nah, I don't want to just take money just
I get it.
Just sign it. Like, I don't even know how much it's going to be. So,
I know how we are.
So yeah, anybody that wants to do that, holla at me, and we'll try to get Young Gunner a platypus by his birthday, by the meetup. Maybe before, we shall see.
That should be.
Then I'm gonna start working on getting me one, because I need one.
So listen.
I need one.
So listen.
Oh shit.
Oh, now we're open for it. Damn it, Billy. I want to say, but no problem.
Man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I like I said, I didn't even know how much it was gonna be, so I'm not gonna be like, yeah, send it. I'd be sitting on $500 for months. Y'all be like, why you ain't get it yet? Because that shit was $2,000.
We wouldn't have.
I'm just teasing.
I would have made it happen.
And I apologize to Siege for not doing it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Siege. I'm sorry.
You so
forgive me.
Just be appreciative.
Yeah, I know.
Just be appreciative.
I know.
Oh shoot. Hey, yeah. Salty dog.
Salty. What up, Devro? What's poppin'? CRG in the building. Yeah, man. So yeah. Let's get into this topic now. So generally, how much do we rely on police forces or any hired entity or accredited agency to save us, to protect us, to pull us out of a jam? As we're raised as from children time or whatever, we're taught that the police are there to help us
and
protect us. And as time gets more and more into our adult years or whatever, I'm not sure if we all see it the same way. If you're not broken into the fear of actually fearing the police, or if you're not into the how can I say this? You don't feel like they show up on time. There's so many different angles to understanding if they're there to save you like you thought they would as a child, you know? And is that still something that you've absorbed, or have you gotten past that thought and understand there's a reality to it, you know?
Hold on, give us 1 second. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Sorry, y'all. Puppies be bugging out. So yeah, man. You know, even as an adult, sometimes people still have that feeling inside of them, like they're gonna save me when I need them to save me. But a lot of us have been faced with that reality, or faced with a certain event that might have happened in our lives that prove it different. You know what I'm saying? We see shit on TV that might prove it different. Really quickly, I'm gonna drop this link. You know, she hates the way I do it, so I gotta do it while she's gone and shit. Drop, bang. So a lot of us are aware that there was another school shooting recently in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, when Uvalde happened in Texas, there was a lot of backlash from the police involvement. And I think a lot of other police forces are pressured now, reputation-wise, to react in a better manner, a quicker, a more aggressive, and more hero, brave manner. And I just want to know if what happened in Tennessee is a good example of what the police sorry. At the stream. I don't know where I went. Can y'all hear me? You gotta wait, real deal. What the fuck was that?
What are you doing?
So was that a good interaction that the police maintained? Hold on, let me go here. Yo.
Do this one.
This one?
No.
This is weird. StreamYard did some new shit.
Yeah. That's better.
That one. This one doesn't have the background.
Oh, okay.
This one does.
All right. Almost. You guys are in time for the Real Deal show.
Actually, I can't stay long. I got to eat, and I have to go to a stupid meeting.
So what's your opinion, Real Deal, on this?
So I want to say this. So, first of all, the Nashville police, bravo to you for getting in there, taking out the bad guy, and saving lives. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Mm-hmm. The police officers in Texas, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. But I just want to throw this out there. So all the politicians and all the news outlets keep talking about the police, and how they reacted really fast and stuff. And I think there's an agenda behind that, because as soon as it happened, the White House gave Joe Biden some applesauce, and then he went on and to the nation and discussed and talked about gun control. Mm-hmm. The reason why the media keeps hyping up about the Nashville police, because eventually they're going to say, see, you don't need guns. See how fast the police reacted to the situation? You don't need your guns, because we have a police force, and they're on top of it. So therefore, you don't need a gun.
Yeah,
that's just my theory. You know, I heard another YouTuber say that, so it's not my original thought, but I agree with him. And you know, I've been known to be a little bit on the little paranoid a little bit sometimes.
No, you stop, please. So good. Applause to the agency that dealt with it. That police force that came in hot and heavy. No questions asked. No waiting for demands or commands or whatever. Let's get this shit done the way it should be. And that's kind of what we expect from a properly well-trained police officer to react during those types of scenarios.
Absolutely.
But on the same accord, that type of immediate interaction could force, like you said, other people to say, "We'll see how that worked." Why would teachers need any firearms?
That's right. Why do you need a firearm?
Why do I need a firearm? The police are here to protect everybody.
That's right.
You know, they'll be there before you get shot.
That's right. The police will show up with their AR. You don't need an AR.
Because every second counts.
Yeah, but that's the principle. That's the understanding. Like, we applaud the job. We applaud the lives that were saved, and we got prayer hands for the families of the lives that were taken.
Right.
But there is some repercussions to great policing.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
well, just because they do their job the correct way one time, I mean,
mostly, I'll be honest with you. Corey, what up? What up? See your sunshine. What's going on, young lady? So, I'm sure there's many times that just do not get attention.
Yeah.
That they reacted properly, quickly, responsibly, and used force where it needed to be, and didn't where it wasn't needed. And so I think there is many a times that they did a great job, but it's just never highlighted. You know, it's never that big of a news issue. So, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the feeling, because everybody, I don't want to say everybody, many times 911 is at the tip of anybody in danger is at the tip of their fingers. My fucking water exploded in the backyard on Christmas morning.
We did argue about that.
Hey, is this 911? Send somebody. My water is leaking fast. So, hey, last resort, like 911, come save me.
How about that?
But
how about the lady that called 911 because she burned her mouth on the French fries at McDonald's?
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah. There's so many people that still believe the police are here to save us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Zach pointed out, the Supreme Court ruled that the police job is not to protect the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's not their job. Their job is to make money for the cities and the states that they live in.
Mm-hmm.
Their job is not to protect you from evil.
Yeah.
So their job description is no longer to protect and serve the community.
That's right.
I don't think that was ever the description. I think that was a motto. I think it was a motto. It was a
logo. It was just a saying.
Yeah, just a saying. Yeah. So now when I don't know, when the conversation of policing ourselves, you're your first responder, you're your own first responder. Yeah, exactly. Now I know we've had conversations about teachers carrying firearms, but we also couldn't get over that hurdle.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good or is it bad? Now we're trusting, a citizen that might not have the amount of training with a firearm around our children to be able to react and be accurate and be responsible as a gun owner. And a lot of these teachers they're not equipped for it. They might. I know when I was in high school, as soon as school's done, you go to the local bar and there's going to be some teachers in there.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how
the school
the teacher's lounge
too.
Back when we were kids, you walk by the hallway and the teacher lounge door would open up and be full of smoke and everything else.
Yeah.
They were doing shots in there and stuff.
The ceilings were yellow. I remember in Brook Avenue, they had a teacher smoking lounge inside the building. This is in the mid to late 80s. Inside the building, and it was right across from the cafeteria where kids are eating. You couldn't imagine that shit right now.
Yeah. But back then you was able to smoke in restaurants, so it was just normal.
Yeah.
Back then I could smoke in school. I went to a school, as long as you had a note from your parents, there was a smoking section for the students.
Really?
Yeah, I used to smoke in school at lunchtime.
Damn. I didn't know it was like that in the 60s.
Yeah. we were smoking other stuff. I had really long hair. I was groovy, man.
Yeah.
Monique, our school district still has the paddle system in play.
They ain't touching my kids. But
I always have
to.
Hey,
Billy, I gotta bounce. I gotta get out. and I'm gonna catch on the rerun. But I just want to throw this out there. I don't just bring to people's attention. So the shooting happened in Nashville. The House of Representatives was going to defund the ATF over the pistol brace ruling.
Yeah.
Ever since the shooting happened the other day, because the AR the girl had a pistol brace on it, they backed off, and now they're funding the ATF.
Yeah.
So
it was a sub 2000.
She had two. She had a sub 2000 that she used, and then she had an AR pistol that she never touched.
Yeah.
But up to the news, she had 2 ARs. If you listen to the news, she had 2 assault weapons.
That's right.
Yeah.
Real deal. Be safe, bro.
All right.
Good meeting.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'll see you later.
All right. Have a good one.
Oh man. Urban, what's up, young lady?
She's driving.
What side of the road do you drive on in Canada?
I think the same side of it as us. I don't know. I got to rewatch The Handmaid's Tale.
So yeah, man. Where does everybody stand on that? Is there going from relying on police forces to relying on parents? Is there we're going to rely on somebody to protect our kids, and in what extent do we want that protection to be? Do we want lethal force to protect our children?
Yes.
Yeah.
If there's a school shooting, I want that teacher to shoot down that student. And it sounds cruel, but I'd rather take out one than take out many. That's the way I feel.
Yeah. See that? That's a reality. That was in one of the last conversations that we had, man. There's a lot of red tape with teachers having access to firearms. Even as firearm owners, a lot of us decided, hey, maybe this is not such a good idea. And that's just a reality. It's hella true. Tap in. What's up, my brother?
Backwoods.
Woo. What up? How you feeling? Hey, tap in. Hey, man. Tap in. Woo. I synced it.
Backwoods is up in here. Now we got frontwoods and sidewoods.
That's what it is. Call me Morningwood. Bye.
You what?
Bye. Bye. Hey, tap in, man. Listen, that thing is beautiful. That thing is beautiful, bro. Not too bad. I'm trying to get Alex one. Working on it. We working at it as a community. We gonna get it.
The platypus?
Yeah, the platypus. Someday, one day.
One day.
I got you.
We shall rise to get the platypus, young one.
See that, Coy? Train security. Boom. There. Whoop. Shit. Somebody had brought this to my attention recently. There are a lot of unemployed ex-military. A lot. And with the proper background check, the proper mental health checks, and the proper training, how many military vets can we put in schools?
That's true.
It's to me, I mean,
because right now we have police officers that patrol our middle school and high school.
I don't know. I feel like
that would be a good idea.
If I can rely on this young man or young woman to protect my country, my borders, that's the first person that I want to protect my children if I can. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. Mm-hmm. That's definitely just how I see it. Whiteside, what up? What's going on?
Wait, real quick. This is off topic. Backwoods, we appreciate you sending some of your subscribers over to us. I greatly. That sounded weird.
Greatly.
Great. That sounds
That's cool.
weird. Whatever. We appreciate you.
$2. What up there, OG? But yeah, man. I don't want to say that it's the best idea, but for me, emotionally, that's the best idea. I think that there are amazing opportunities to put ex-military into these schools. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Joe. This, as long as they qualify, but I don't know if there's any better idea, worse idea. But just instead of arming every teacher, I think that a presence of armed security of some way, somehow, just like they did on the planes, man. Back when every plane, like around 9/11, there was a lot of planes that they would put law enforcement plain clothes, and they just, they just ride planes all day. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of was, hey, we're doing something about this. And if a student or ex-student or whatever, a knucklehead just decides to waltz into a school, now he's going to know that he's going to be met with force immediately. There's no phone call. There's just a button to be pressed. And wherever that lights up on whatever screen or something like that, there's an immediate response, a professional response, a trained response. I think that's a dope ass idea.
Now, Howard J., there is a school in our area that did do that. Mm-hmm. They had a high gang rate, and to where it's basically not even there anymore because they did put dads in the schools to protect their own kids and other kids. And apparently it is working out. So that's not a bad idea also.
Yep, tap in. I feel that too. I understand that. But how can I say this? That's a lot of manpower. Hey, you gotta do like Joe Clark did. Start putting chains on the doors. So it goes.
What up, my fly family? How y'all doing?
You been MIA?
I've been busy and
don't worry, I've been stalking him.
Yeah, I've been stalking him in Hutch.
I've been busy. Like last week, wife and kids, was on spring break and stuff. So I kind of missed out on a lot of stuff last week. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I believe that there's a lot of would like the police, patrolling neighborhoods and stuff. If they patrolling in certain places, because I'll just say in certain places it does help with reduction of crime, But when you got them bad kids, I know, like we used to watch the cop car. We would hide in the bushes and watch the cop car drive by, and we would throw stuff at the cop car, and he'd stop, and then we would take off running, and we would just make them chase us, but they never could catch us. We used to do that for fun, but no, I just on this thing. It's funny because I actually was going to go live and talk about some of this very thing. Yeah. And I seen Miss Erica I was like, I'm coming over there. I got to hang out with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, real talk. The police, their unions or whatever, they fought it, I think, all the way to the Supreme Court, to where they don't have to protect you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They went all the way. So that right there is enough for me that, I said earlier, they money grabbers and chalk line drawers, that's what they do. We seen it in Uvalde, they stood outside, we've seen it multiple times. The one in Florida, man, they stood outside, I don't, to me, I'm sorry, but there is no way on this earth that I could stand and listen to gunshots going off inside of school and stay outside and just sit there and be like, man, what should we do, Sergeant?
Right.
Man, bro, I I can't do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
So Philly Slow had said the perfect thing. There's so many other areas that we will put secure measures in place, either the physical measures or the actual people, and we won't let a bank, go without security. We won't let airport go without security.
Well,
our children, like we absolutely will not put the funding in place.
Well, also you have to think about some of these parents that fight for it not to look like a prison. So some parents don't want police officers and stuff inside the schools until something happens, because they feel like, we're, especially in small schools, small towns, we feel like it's not going to happen here, and then when it does, then we're looking to blame somebody. So at the same time, I can't blame always the police. I gotta also blame the parents who don't want the police in the school system.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, what Philly has said, that's so on point, because so there was, I would have to look it up and find exactly, so I'm just kind of quoting from an old man's memory, you know what I'm saying, but basically they had done a study, a financial study of what it would cost to put like 3 armed guards in every school, and they said it would cost like $5 billion a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, that's funny, because y'all sent 50 billion to Ukraine
real quick.
Yeah, no problem. I guarantee you, y'all spend way more than that protecting them diamonds and them gold and them dollar bills down there at the bank. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, them, if you added up what all the politicians and all that, what all they spend on security, I can guarantee it's more than $5 billion.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, so but our kids, they're not as valuable to for as the gold and the jewelries and and the monies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They can have 10 banks, man. If we can save one child, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So some crook could have every dime in 10 banks if we can just save one child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one child is too many, man. And
like I said, you, not only do you save the children or do your best to save the children, you also provide jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have jobs of the actual security, you have jobs of management of security, training of security.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pluses to that environment, to that move. But like you said, man, they'll send it over there. They'll put it into the football games and the uniforms and all that shit. It probably costs, I don't want to, knock any program, but one program that is, most schools is football or whatever, to keep children safe, it probably costs as much as it costs to run a football program.
I guarantee it. That's what's sad about it, man. It's so, it's material objects, over life. That's what's weird about it. And it's really funny, because when all the riots, and stuff were going on, well, the mostly peaceful protests that were all going on for a while, when somebody would go out there and try to protect their business or whatever, they'd be like, you mean to tell me you want to kill someone over just some property? I mean, just some property.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait a minute. You spend millions and millions and billions of dollars every year protecting all y'all's valuables.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's right. And who you think is valuable.
Yeah. So you can't do this same thing for the children. You know what I'm saying? It's man. I've been upset over this, over this school, this last school. I mean, I get upset over all of them, obviously, man. Any of the school shootings, because, time and time again, we have seen like that one. Man, I can't. It was the one in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
The school shooting. Anyway, like dude had said straight up that he passed up 3 places that he was going to shoot up, was a couple of movie theaters and some mall or something.
Yeah.
And he went ahead and went to the school because he knew he knew there would be no resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
that's just a known thing for somebody with a real fucked up mind process.
right.
They're gonna think of the sickest way to make an effect. Most of the time, they want to be caught.
Yep.
So where can I get that response that I'm yearning for?
Well, and what better way to get a response, to get the most ultimate response as to go in and shoot up children, you know?
Yeah.
And it's really sad, man. It really is, because I like one of my best friends up here, man. Honestly, he's a deputy sheriff in the next county over.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great dude, man. He's got a good family. You know, his boy is about the age of my boy, and they buddies and stuff. And he's been here, and he's sitting in the shop building with me, man. You know, till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and sit out here and drink, whiskey, alcohol with me. You know, we hung out, laughing, joking, listening to music. Great guy, man. But man, a bunch of these people, man, they're just these police. No, I ain't depending on no police, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So do me a favor in the chat, anybody who's in the chat right now, put a yes or a no, a Y or an N in the chat if you carry 24/7. Whenever you leave the house, if you carry a firearm on you, near you, accessible, for you to be able to utilize it, not only to save yourself but to save somebody close to you. I really want to, because that's a hell of a reality for a lot of people. Not everyone can. There's jobs that won't allow it. There's a lot of people that work in banks, military bases, federal buildings or whatever. That brought hell yeah or hell yes. that really just can't. And then there's actually some people who are not into firearms. They do not agree with having a firearm. They don't feel a civilian should have a firearm. They might be afraid. They might have just no access. Like they live somewhere where they don't know anything or how to get into a firearm. You know what I'm saying? I think to understand the power and responsibility that you have as a firearm owner will lighten your understanding for who's there to protect you. That'll put you in your first place. That'll put you initially as the protector of me and anybody near and dear.
There's an old saying, man. It's better to be what is it? Carried, or it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I said, man, the police ain't coming, man. They're not coming to save you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they wouldn't go in and save them children. You think they're really going to try to save you? You know what I'm saying? That it ain't happening.
So, Cece, if you can, let me know what type of items you carry, to defend yourself, and not to judge you at all, but just to know that you have that in your mind, that if something happens, I'm going to have to deal with it until somebody else arrives. I had a conversation with a good friend earlier today, and his wife was going somewhere, like a hiking trip, and his son. And I was like, man, she don't carry this or she don't carry that. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been a question. Like, no big deal. But now that I'm so much into self-defense, I'm like, oh, no pepper spray? No. Baton? Nothing? I feel like evil is all over the place. That shit's just waiting for you in the corner, in the shadows. But yeah, man.
But even before we got into firearms, I would carry at least a knife.
There it is.
I had to always carry something. Always. I guess, you know, CC said taser or switchblade. Right.
True that. True that. Yeah.
Slingshot. OG said.
My classroom, I carry a multi-tool and a practical pen. That's good.
Yeah. You never know when that arises where you're gonna, be able to use that. Even on close-up shit, you might have a firearm on you. Now, I seen this recently. I didn't even say recently because it was last year. You might have a firearm on you and cannot get to it. You might have fear of getting to it. You might fear yourself. You might fear somebody else getting it from you. A lot of times when that close encounter happens, that firearm might be null and void. You know what I'm saying? So having a sharp object like a pen, a multi-tool, a taser, something to get up on somebody.
But the firearm should be your last result. You should have other things to use before your firearm.
Sometimes
that's the way.
That depends.
It depends on the situation because sometimes you don't want that person that close. So that firearm is something that's going to create distance. Sometimes it's
I feel like I need those throwing knives I've seen today.
That's the way you're getting throwing knives.
They do make them little knives you can wear around your neck. It's got the little pull, like a little T handle on them. I have one of them that I wear a lot of times. I didn't wear it today, so I don't actually have it on, but I wear one of them a lot of times too, for if it gets up close and personal, and you can wear them and it just looks like a necklace, Now you'll have to go up under your shirt, to get it. But there is that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've never gave really two shits what the law says. I've always carried a gun. I mean, I've never had to use it, thank God. And so obviously I've never even pulled my gun on anyone, because if I pulled it, I'm going to use it. I mean, that's just, my daddy told me, he's like, son, when you pull it, use it, and use it when you pull it. Otherwise, never touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much was. Go ahead.
What I was thinking back on, if you remember, in November or somewhere around there was a fella who was having a fight with his girlfriend. Another fella got involved and got into the fight with that guy. The fella that was having a fight with his girlfriend had a firearm on him. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it gets to that point so quickly. Like I said, you're either not trained and you don't trust yourself to pull out, you couldn't get to it to pull it out, or you just really thought it was like super last resort. Mm-hmm. Now, the other guy was going to kill him. He was choking him to death. He was going to kill him. So the girlfriend had gotten the gun and then shot the hero, the savior,
Right.
And I sit back and look at that like, wow, man, that's such a scenario that you would question, like, wow, what made me not pull out this gun? Was it time? Was it fear? Was it good judgment? Shit like that, where we need a second thing, like to have a taser. If somebody's choking you out, if it got that close encounter, I'd love to have a taser.
Well, see, for me, kind of my rule always been, if we throwing bones, man, I'm not pulling out no weapon. If I take an ass whooping, I take an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just throwing bones, but so when I was about 22, 23 years old, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but somewhere in that age group, I had an old boy that we were at a party, and this guy was like 6'5" and was like 260, 270. I mean, he was muscle. He was a big dude, and he mistaked me for someone else. Mm-hmm. And just out of the blue, man, it's just this hand come and grab me by the throat, and I'm, because I like right now, man, I weigh like 170 pounds, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big dude, mm-hmm. And this dude had my feet off the air about this far, and he had me by the neck, and he was like, I'm fixing to choke you to death. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
The minute he said that, I reached and grabbed that pocket blade and actually cut my jeans, you know, because I was trying to flip it open as I come out. And I actually cut my jeans coming out. I punched him twice right in the gut, man. Boop, boop, you know. Man, that dude, his face turned white as snow. Man, he let go of me and he backed up and he was looking. And you know, I was coming at him, man. I was like, man, you were, you know, basically the way I took it, you threatened to kill me. You had me by the neck. You was choking me, you know, way bigger dude than I was. I punched him, man, right in the gut with that knife, man. I ain't messed up about it. And, you know, later on he come back and he was like, man, I guess I literally messed with the wrong person, you know, in two different ways, you know. And I was like, bro, I was about to cut you wide open, man. You know, you know, I mean,
but that's an amazing show that you got to protect yourself. You can't rely on calling the police. Who the hell you gonna call? You done got choked out. The shit happened.
Hey, I was gonna say I couldn't have called nobody because I was like,
right.
You know, because I mean he was squeezing the hell out of me, dude. He was trying to kill me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cold still surprised. That's right, man. Boy, that look on that face, man. He knew something wasn't right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Quick.
Right.
Yep.
And he let go of my ass, boy. He was like, shit, I'm getting away from this dude.
Something bit me. What's his name say? Forrest Gump. Something jumped up and bit me.
Yeah. Bit me right on the buttocks.
But yeah, man, you know, I think that we all should have a secondary. You know what I'm saying? If that gun is not an option, have something in your pocket, something you can knock somebody in the head with, something you can jig somebody with. Because like you said, man, there was no calling the police.
I carry this on my side all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy these little knives for like $20. They hold a good edge, and they're, you know, they're small, as you can see, you know, by my hand. It's not a big knife, but I can guarantee you, you know, that can dude. I'm gonna tell you, it's really funny because when I was doing a lot of training, you know, so you know, when we were doing like up close, you know, going to be like a up close combat situation. Basically, what I was taught was, you know, if someone's close enough to you, you know, they're in your comfort zone. You know, they said if you go to try to pull out your weapon, they're going to reach for it. You know what I mean? They can reach for it and stop you right here. And now you're fighting with the weapon.
Yeah.
He said, man, you pull that blade out like this.
Can't reach for
that.
Said,
man, they're not quick to, they're kind of like, you know, because I mean, nobody wants to get shot, man, obviously, but man, it's something about that blade. You know what I'm saying? It'll kind of make you take that step back, and that might give you just that moment of advantage that you need.
Yeah, it's like a poisonous snake.
Right.
Let me think this over real quick. Hey, Cheryl, what's going on?
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
So now, back on that topic, with this recent shooting, a lot of flack went into the transgender world or groups and all that. Honestly, I'm still not sure what gender it was. I don't know. Was it a guy?
It was a female. It was a
guy that was
a guy that trans into a female.
Okay.
Because it kept saying she shot out the windows in order to get into the school.
Guns Don't Argue. What up? What up? Lashes. Wapam sister. So I saw a lot of backlash that they were getting. And it's weird how society will kind of start digging.
Yeah.
And they try to find as much info on this person that related their social life. Now, I'm not sure if it was pushed because of that, because of what that person went through to be accepted in society. You know what I'm saying? As far as I know, she was an older, she was a young girl, but she was not a teenager.
Right.
Oh, so it was a female identified as a male. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that was the original. That it was a dude that had transitioned or whatever that crap is. But yeah, I think that's oh gee. Sorry, damn, OG, that's funny. But yeah, I think I'd seen that like yesterday that it was a female that was trying to be manly and stuff.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah. So
I couldn't figure it out.
Man, man, that shit's so confusing. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
It
but
is.
I just think about the things that
Go ahead.
that trigger certain people to decide, I need to fight back, or I need to do something drastic or whatever. Saying that to say, no matter what we say about people or whatever, or what we dislike about people, we don't know how close to the edge they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not giving everybody advice, but always have that kind of reservedness to be like, this guy day might have been a lot worse than my day. You know what I'm saying? That protects us. That protects yourself, and that protects your fucking children. Because I don't know who the last person that guy spoke to, but they might have pissed like, oh fuck it, this is it. You know what I'm saying? They might have pushed that kid over the edge.
So I don't know if they're gonna charge the parents or even the doctor also, because the parents didn't feel safe with the child having firearms. But even though the child had hid the firearms in the house, and then
wait, was it a child? How does anybody know how old this person was? Because fucking once you hit 18, the parents shouldn't be liable for that type of shit.
But the doctor was saying that the officers were saying they didn't get anything from the doctors saying that this person was unstable. So if that doctor should have reported the person as being unstable, to where the flag should have went off when that person was buying the firearms.
Well, that's another conversation. 28, yes, exactly. 28. That's what I heard.
Okay.
That's a grown ass.
Right.
At 28, my kids was grown. Shit. That's
if we got kids, that's freaking well.
I'm just teasing.
Yours is pretty close.
But either way, man, yeah. This is a conversation we had recently on a Regular Gun Guy channel. When you are at a gun store as an employee and you're responsible for your FFL license or whatever, Roadblock had mentioned that he discriminates, which is a lot of people are like, no, that's not right. But imagine somebody would have discriminated when this young lady was making a purchase. What if somebody says something ain't right? This ain't going through. Right. You're not getting it from here, from us.
Well, would we call it discriminate, or maybe more profiling? You know what I'm saying?
Profiling.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, dude, I know some people. I mean, bro, if I'm selling guns, man, and they come up in my shop, I'm like, nah, man, I you're gonna have to go somewhere else, man. I ain't selling you shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just straight up, man. But see, now I seen that they were saying she had no priors and everything, and no red flag laws in Tennessee. But now I read somewhere that she was treated for mental stability issues.
Right.
And how did that not come up? I don't know.
Right. Well, see, that's and I'm not sure how that law works and everything. But I'm pretty positive if I don't know, man. I'm not real clear on them particular laws, and honestly, man, I don't know. Yeah, profiling is a slippery slope. I agree. It really is. It is.
There's two sides. One side is, am I making the right choice for the greater society? The other side is you don't have the right to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the slippery slope.
I feel like everybody has a gut feeling. If you have that inner gut feeling like something's not right, I don't think that. Damn, I'm up here with 3 white men. I feel some type.
Well, Lisa one
Did she say 3?
Lisa one gorgeous.
Which you didn't know Billy's half white?
2.5. 2.5.
I mean, does it matter?
No.
At least we're men that identify as men. We're good.
Yeah, this is a man panel. Girl, you're gonna have to go.
Let me just come off the panel. No, I'm just
I know. I gotta leave in about 10 minutes. I'm pushing the limit, but screw them.
What happened to your meeting?
I got about 10 more minutes.
He was eating his oodles and noodles.
Yeah. So this is where I fall on this subject. So if somebody walks in a gun store and say backwards is the guy selling the gun, and I walk up to him, I'm like, yeah, I want that gun. Now, you can look at me and say, I don't have a good feeling about this guy. No, we're not going to sell you a gun. But once he hands me that paperwork and I fill out that paperwork and he does the background check and I get the green light from the government, I feel backwards no longer has the right, nor is he legally responsible anymore, because he got permission from the ATF, the FBI, that I passed my background check.
Right.
Yeah.
But can't he lie and say that you didn't pass? Man, listen, if I have a gut feeling, I don't think I can do it.
You know what? I'd be careful. I'm no expert, but once you start lying about you didn't pass your background checks and all that stuff, I think you're leaving yourself open for discrimination, for profiling, for
other laws,
racist, for being whatever. So, and then the store can get in trouble.
I'm sorry, Joe.
I see it too.
Billy sounds like an indigenous.
Damn. So I have a good friend. I have a good friend who has extreme depression at moments in his life, and he is a big time gun guy. He loves guns just like I do. He has to go. He goes and sees a therapist to help him with his depression and stuff.
Yeah.
There's no way he's ever harm to himself or other people. I would leave my children with him. I'm saying, hands down. So when we start saying we need to start looking into the mental background, where's that line?
Yeah.
And who's going to make that line? I don't trust the government to make that judgment. I don't trust other people to make that judgment, because how do they think? Do they feel justified denying me my right to bear arms because they can sleep there at nighttime? Well, fuck you. I don't care if you can sleep at night or not. That's not,
Yeah.
Right.
When we see, this is a right. This is our God-given right. This is written in our Constitution. And then once we start denying that, that's just a really slippery slope to feel comfortable at night, to feel that you're doing a service for society. Well, screw society. You don't defend on my rights, so society can feel better about themselves. Because that's not the way we're structured in the Constitution. It's about our rights, not the society.
Yeah.
But that's my 2 cents.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't like. I mean, because man, I'm so for like there has to be some type of structure. I mean, I think everybody can kind of agree on that. There has to be some kind of structure, some kind of little rules in place. I mean, just as much as not driving, 45, 50 mile an hour down through the school area, on your cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, we gotta have some common. You know what I'm saying? I hate to use that word, common sense, man, because they have destroyed that word with common sense gun laws, you know, because I don't like people's rights being violated at all, you know, but at the same time, you know, have you not ever been somewhere and it's like you get that gut feeling and you're like, man, something's not right. You know what I'm saying? Something's not right here. And then sure enough, something's not right. You know what I mean? Something bad ends up happening. You know, I'm kind of a firm believer in gut feeling, you know. It's I don't know. Well, that's a hard one, you know. It really is. It's hard to just say, well, dang, you know, just because my gut feeling's telling me there's something's not right about this dude, you know, then it's me making the choice to violate his rights. You see what I'm getting at?
Well, like, so backwards, I don't know where you live, but let's just say you live in a May shell state instead of shell state. If you lived in a May shell state, you would have to go to your county sheriff and say, I want a license to carry a gun. Do I get your permission? And then that sheriff can know nothing about you, just look at you and say, I don't like the way your beard looks. No, I got a bad feeling. Sorry, you don't need a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I mean, you know,
the toughest reality is all right. I don't want to sound fucked up,
but you will.
Are these background checks strong enough?
No, they don't do anything. They've proven time after time after time that doing background checks does not stop crime. It's just another red tape.
Yeah. I hear that. No,
come on, Salty. Man, Salty dog, man. Somebody kick him out, man. Kick him out.
Like
Salty cool, man.
Guns for you.
All right.
Right.
Man, I put on some deodorants and some perfumes today, man.
This week.
I don't smell bad.
Old Spice.
Some brew by Fabergé.
You ever been in a pinch and just grab the baking soda?
What?
That's some real Indiana shit right there.
All right.
But yeah,
what's up,
man, it's definitely a hard place to be in when you have that feeling as a FFL. It's a hard place to be in. But for that person for them I think it was 5 stores that young lady had bought firearms at, and they'll, like, who said, I think it was Philly Slow or somebody said it. They'll go back to those stores and say, you know, what was the scene? What was the vibe? How did you feel about this person? And, you know, that's when it's, you know, taking a risk. Like, should I have judgment or should I leave this shit alone?
Well,
do my job.
Right.
My buddy has his own gun shop. It's a Class 3 dealer. And we were talking, and he sold a gun to a guy, passed his background check. The guy took that gun and sold it to somebody in Illinois, in Chicago, and he ended up shooting a cop with it. And you know, and they traced it back to him, but you know, he sold it legally, so there was nothing, you know, no foul, no harm, because he didn't do nothing wrong, because he sold it to the guy who passed his background check, and so he wasn't on the hook or anything like that.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to go to the emails. Can we do that while we're live?
Billy said, "Don't be putting that on Indiana."
Yeah, well, you know, you like to blame people. People from Indiana drive white vans into Chicago
with a big sticker on the side that says "Candy and Video Games."
That's right.
Oh man.
Well, this time I do have to go, but I'm just going to say this and leave this as a thought for everybody, because I said this before. Freedom is scary. Freedom is ugly. There is no safety in freedom. If you live a free life, then you must pay the consequences that come with freedom.
Yep.
If you try to live a safe life, you're going to have your freedoms taken away from you. And at the end of the day, you're not going to have security or freedom.
Those that would give up a little freedom for their security deserve neither.
As callous as this sounds, and I don't mean it to be to sound to be mean or anything, because my heart goes out to these children who died in Nashville and to their family. And it pisses me off that we got to talk about gun control and stuff, because it takes me from mourning these children's loss into a defensive mode, because now I got to fight for my right. But as callous as this sounds, this is a part of freedom. And it sounds disgusting, and it is disgusting that somebody would do it, but that's part of freedom. And freedom's not pretty. Freedom is not beautiful. There's ugliness that comes with freedom.
True.
Uh-oh.
What in the world?
Is that Billy in the yellow?
I thought it was him in the blue. That's is that a gathered up like Billy like in the blue and then in the red at a different age, a different hairstyle, and then in the purple, and then they put them all together?
Terrible. I have no friends.
Like Billy DeBarge or whatever.
Yeah, shit. Shit.
That's funny. Who made that?
They did me dirty.
Billy with his half cousin.
Billy with his half cousin. That's Billy doing a that's Billy doing family night talent show.
Bro, man, y'all killing me in chat, man. Y'all made my day, man. I was all grouchy and stuff. I was gonna start a live stream and go the hell off, man, about everything, man. Dude, I had to go out and spend $500 today, man, to get all my stuff ready to start mowing lawns Monday. So I had to drop 5 bills today, man, and get home, and I get to looking because I knew I'm fixing to have to put some tires on my wife's ride, right? Man, I get to looking, and one tire for some reason, man, it's all cupped up, and I checked the tire pressure. Tire pressure is perfect, you know, because it's got them little instrument gauge, you know, that tells the tire pressure on the dash, and it matches with my little tire gauge, and I was looking, and I was like, God dang, I've got to buy tires, man. I can't let her ride on that, man. You know, Maypops, man. And so I got to go spend $900 tomorrow for damn tires, man.
You remember when we used to buy 4 tires for $100?
Yeah,
I missed that shit.
Yeah, right.
I missed that.
So
this time I have to go.
You sure?
I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to stay.
So on the while he's leaving, I want to leave him with this thought that he gets to go and think about and don't get to sit here and talk about. Have y'all seen the get ready for this weekend deal from that school shooting, the trans activist thing? Y'all ain't seen that?
No, tell me about it.
Bro, they got a like a flyer, a brochure thing, whatever you want to call it, and then online, you know, and it's like I can't remember exactly because I only got to see it once, and then I ain't got to see it again. But it's got like guns beside it, and it's this trans community, and they're saying get ready for the fight. And yeah, they're talking about this weekend.
I consider that shooting in Nashville a hate crime.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they went to a Christian school and did it. Because what is Christians don't believe in same-sex marriage. So and you know, they could have went to a Jewish school, and I would still say it was a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? Right. If they went to any religious school, it would have been a hate crime. In my book.
I agree. I was trying to find that. It's like some kind of a
And when is this, Friday or Saturday?
I'm looking up. This is training.
Training Vengeance Day or some shit. Yeah, that it's something like that. Trans Vengeance. Vengeance Day or something. Yeah, Vengeance Day is what it. Yeah, you're correct, Salty. It's. I don't know if it's actually Tranny Vengeance Day, but it's something Vengeance Day, like Trans Vengeance or, yeah. And they're talking about freaking like arming up, like get ready for a fight this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trans Day of Vengeance.
Yeah, Trans Day of Vengeance. That's it. Trans Day of Vengeance.
Mirror, what's up, young fella? Damn.
Yep, the 31st until April 2nd.
So they're going to that school?
It's in DC, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were saying they were going to that school.
No, they're gonna go to DC.
Well, how are they gonna go to DC with firearms? You can't. That's illegal for it. Don't matter who you are.
Firearms is involved, but I think just some personal.
Oh, they're just gonna go with their little sign.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but anyway, so people live how they want, but if they want to fuck around and find out, yeah, exactly, Zach. That's what I'm saying, man. I could care less if some dude thinks he wants to wear a dress. I could care less. Why do I care?
You can suck whatever you want to suck. I don't give a fuck.
Right, man. Somebody, I don't even want to go there, man, because it might get y'all in trouble with the YouTube.
We don't want to get canceled today.
I would say it on my channel, man, just because I'm that way. I just don't care no more.
Hey, what's your channel? I need to subscribe to it because I'm the same way.
Oh, you gotta put Backwoods Prepping.
Backwoods
and Prepping, yeah.
Okay.
In order for him, or go through my name to get to his name. You know, sometimes when you can go through other people.
Oh, go through your.
This ain't Facebook.
You can still do that on YouTube, sweetheart.
Yeah, I can go to your channel and see who you ascribe to.
Yes. You didn't look at you. Look at you.
I suck on YouTube.
You don't know how to network.
I suck.
That white boy don't know nothing.
I only know half of what I should know.
Right. That's me too. But yeah, it's this Day of Vengeance and stuff, man. And it's like, well, you know, just what exactly do y'all mean? You know what I'm saying when you say Day of Vengeance? Because are you saying you're just gonna go out and start capping at folks or what? I mean, if you want to mess, you know, if these folks want to fuck around and find out, man, I'm just telling you, that was another thing I was going to talk about on my live stream today was that, you know, look, y'all folks out there on these East Coast and West Coast in the city and stuff, you know, everybody thinks that folks out here is just dumb country boys or, you know, just dumb country people, you know, period. And it's like, we're not that dumb. And, you know, we play differently out here, you know. There's a reason why I know where several pig farms are. Just saying. I'm just saying, you know, anybody can take that for what they want, but, you know, I know places around here, man, where I could take you out in the woods and nobody will ever find you, ever.
Here in 2 weeks, I'm going to get my pigs. So,
yeah, we got a pig farm right down the road, and I've been asking the question here lately. You know, what's that stuff they call when they call it long pig? So it's like when someone eats a human, you can catch that disease. I can't think of what it's called. It's some kind of disease, man. That you can catch.
When another human eats a human?
Yeah. It's some kind of disease you can catch, and so I've been asking if a pig. So they call eating humans long pig is what they call them, you know. So I said if a pig eats long pig, can you catch that disease if you eat the pig? And I was just asking for a friend, you know.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think you can.
Hey, you try it. Let us know how it went.
Well,
if we don't hear from you.
When the when the poop hits the fan and somebody comes on my property try to hurt my family, I will find out because there'll be poop food.
Right.
Well, this time I really do gotta go. Dang it. Erica.
You about to get a whole pink slip. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
See, yeah. Hey, Erica, did you watch my video on the hammock? Because you were interested in the hammock.
No, I didn't. No,
I sent it to
I
Billy.
didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
You sent it to me?
Yeah, I know.
I don't watch that.
I watch your videos all the time, real good.
I don't.
I know you don't, Billy.
Your feet stink.
My feet stink. You got smell-o-vision.
I was gonna say how you know the man's feet stink, man.
That is kind of personal, right?
Yeah, just that. I mean,
Billy,
you know, asking for a friend, man. Just
Billy, tell him
See you later, Middle Tail.
see you.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so that day of vengeance, you know, I was just kind of, you know, wanting to touch on that for just a second on, you know, I mean, I don't know exactly what these folks mean, you know what I'm saying, when they say day of vengeance, because to me, a day of vengeance means you're going to go out and fuck shit up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just my personal thought on that. But, you know, like you said earlier about, you know, do you go anywhere? I don't go anywhere without my firearm. I just don't. I mean, I got one in the car right now, and because that I've been driving today, and I got because I just hadn't grabbed it yet, and I got one sitting right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, there ain't no way. There's no way I go anywhere without a firearm these days, which I never have, but especially today.
It's just part of my attire.
Yeah,
it is. It's
I can't tell you how many times I've worn my gun into the bank. I ain't even realize because I'm so used to it being there. You know what I'm saying? And one day because I always wear the, you know, some big shirts, some extra large, so I can because I actually do prefer to conceal carry.
Mm-hmm.
Here lately I've been just kind of open carrying, just, you know, like screw it, man. Yeah, one day I walked up in the bank, man, and my shirt was sitting, you know, yeah, so the gun was sticking out, you know, it was like open carry. I walked right up in the bank, man, cashed my check, and they ain't say nothing to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't called the police or nothing on me.
Yeah,
I was glad though, because I didn't realize it till I went and I got in the car, you know, and I went to put the seatbelt on. I was like, I looked back at the bank and I was like, oh shit, you know, I was driving home all cool, like damn, man, 5-0 gonna roll up on me quick, man. You know, I'm looking, I ain't say nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm. It's such a part of me. I've done it similar. I've been on the military base where you absolutely don't want to have a firearm, and I had that shit on my hip, and I said, "Oh fuck!" Every time I go on it, I shouldn't even say this shit, so I shouldn't have had it. I'll never bring it back there again, ever.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
I won't. I never did it the first time. It was a dream I had last night.
Right.
Back earlier when I actually used to go to church for a little while, I carried my shit on me in church, man. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you gotta realize that and here's the other thing. I know this is an argument between a lot of firearms owners, but somebody has to open carry in order for people to understand that this is what's necessary, this is what's normal, this is what's safe, and this is what might prevent a situation. That's why cops wear uniforms and badges. It's oftentimes preventing things. Now, I know a lot of people say soft target, immediate target, the first one that they go after, whatever. But I feel different now. Each situation is always going to have a different outcome, but I definitely feel that you can be a deterrent from something bad happening. No different than a police badge, a police car, you know. So, you know, somebody's got to show show what it is. Now, not only is it for whoever's doing the bad doing, it's to get people acclimated to firearms around them, so they don't freak out, so they don't say, like you walk in the bank and somebody look at you and not have a shit show because you came in there with a firearm. Hey, I just have a firearm. I got my keys. I got a wallet. I got a firearm. No fucking big deal. So you can walk into a place and walk out and nobody feels harmed, fear for it, fear for their children. It's normalized. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to be one of those, open carry people.
Yeah, I mean, because I guess I'm what's called a sloppy dresser. I don't ever tuck my shirt in. I'm just that way. Man, I've been married for 19 years. I love my wife. We're best friends. I ain't out looking for no women, stuff like that. So, man, I just throw a shirt on, and so it just depends on if the shirt gets pulled up. Sometimes I half open carry and half concealed carry, because the shirt's kind of over the gun just a little, but you can still see it. I don't even carry anymore, man. I just carry it, and the Walmart's up here, man. It's so you can conceal carry, but you're not supposed to open carry in Walmart. Man, it's folks up here open carrying Walmart up here all the time. They don't say nothing here.
Yeah. I got they have a policy, but I'll open carry in a place called Thomasville, but a place nearby, Camilla, I won't conceal carry. It's completely visible, but I'll have a shirt over it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I have a outside the waistband holster. That's just is what it is. So,
but a lot of people in our area open carry as well, though.
Yeah.
So
because there's no, like I said, it's no different than a wallet, a hat, pair of glasses. It's just part of you, and it's, as much as it is visible to the world, is as common as it becomes. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Light, what's up, young fella? But yeah, that's a whole different argument, or understanding. Let's not even call it an argument. That's a whole different understanding, because a lot of us do agree. It might not even be that person that does agree that somebody should open carry, but a lot of us do agree. Like, yeah, it's not going to be me, but somebody should open carry to normalize our right.
I do. I mean, like I said, most of the time it's mine's out and visible. Sometimes it's half covered up, but most of the time it's out and visible. And yes, she is sunshine. My wife does carry, and she yeah. I thought I was gonna be slick.
When y'all go to Walmart, is she like me, where me and Billy got to hold hands when we go to Walmart, and I got the piece at his side, like if he walks too far, I just like poke him in the side just a little bit so he knows to wheel it back in.
Muzzle directly at me. That's what she said.
I actually wear the pants in our family, and I walk where I want to. I'm a man. No, I'm kidding, Billy.
Hey man, listen, people talk shit all the time. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Billy, come on, man. What the hell, man? God
damn. What'd you say you wanted me to cook for dinner?
I'm kidding, man. I do wear the pants in my family. She just tells me which ones to put on. I'm just saying.
Right.
So no, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, man. God dang. Dang. I almost should apologize for that.
It's okay, Backwoods.
I was just teasing. I feel you.
No.
I think Backwoods shocked himself.
I know, right? It kind of just came out. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I don't even know where to go now.
Hey, Geneva, what's up?
I don't know. I think if more people would open carry, though, I do think it would normalize it a lot better. You know, where it's, you know, and I've practiced kind of in my mind, you know what I'm saying, how that goes. That thing of where if one of them freaky people, you know, they freak out and they're like, oh my God, he's got a gun, you know, and I'm like, where? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be pointing right at me, and I'm gonna be like, where? Who's got a gun? I'm gonna be like, oh, you talking about mine? Yeah, I got a gun. You know,
right?
Like that. Now I can't even remember what the name of that movie was. It was these two bad dudes, and they was gonna rob this bank, man. So they was gonna rob this farmer's bank, you know, because the farmers the first of the month had all their money, you know, and they walked in there and they had told it was on a movie. I'm trying to think of what it was. Anyway, they told old boy. So it was this older, you know, cowboy looking dude had a, you know, and they're freaking out, and dude's just standing there. This cowboy dude, he's just standing there looking. He's a real old man, and he's like, "You got a gun on you?" He goes, "You goddamn right, I got a gun on me." You know, and dude just kind of looked at him funny, and he goes, "Well, just leave it where it's at." You know, he didn't even want to try to take it from him. That dude just looked at him. He's like, "Damn right, I got a gun." You know.
Yeah, man. Normalize the shit, man. That's the biggest.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time.
I think out of all of it, man, I think the only way we're ever gonna stop these school shootings is that there's gonna have to be armed security. You're never gonna take all the guns off the street, and I think that's why they like. This is why they don't want to arm the schools, because if we stopped having mass shootings in schools, well, they really ain't got nothing to bitch about. You know,
it's a leverage. Right. Yeah, there was a leverage.
So it's a leverage.
Yep. Play nice, fella.
What was it they said? Never let a good tragedy go to waste.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, it's crazy. I'm about to jump off here myself. I've been gone all day, man. Spent too much money. I'm all messed up about it. I hate spending money like that, bro. I mean, now if I came home and had a new firearm, that would be different.
Could be different,
right?
I'm working on that happening for me one of these days. But till then, I'm just coming home because it's beautiful.
I want that. Because I'm gonna tell you, I gotta tell y'all something, man. You, RG, Zach, man, y'all fellas be knowing what's up, man, with these guns, and I mean like each model number and stuff, and I'm over there like, hell, I don't even remember which gun I got. Let me look. Let me write this shit down. You know, I can work on them and take them apart and fix them, and you know, all that stuff. But I just never got into that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the red dot I got. It's hell, I can't even remember what it's called. Damn, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know all that stuff, so I got to look this up real quick. But it's the Smith & Wesson. It's a revolver. And I believe it's Smith & Wesson.
Big one?
It's the yeah, it's a big revolver. It's the tactical one.
Well, if you want something to drool over, I'll give you a name of a revolver that'll just like drive you crazy. Won't let you sleep.
What's that?
Korth, Korth by Nighthawk.
Oh, Nighthawk?
Yeah, you're gonna have to sell some property to get your hands on one, but they are beautiful.
Let me pull this up real quick, man, because this dude, this thing is, God dang, dude. Oh, this one's like 13 or 1400.
Not the 500.
No, it's like a tactical model. Where'd it go, man? They call it a tactical model. You know what I'm saying? It's got the Picatinny and stuff on it. Yeah. Man, it's a hoss too, man. Where'd it go? What? Man, I can't. Oh, here it is. Here it is, right here. It's a 44 Magnum Hunter. That's what that's my next purchase right there.
Yeah, that's a performance center.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Smith and Wesson model 629 Performance Center. Yeah. See, look, see that's what I'm saying? Yeah, hell, you know what it was.
Now, are you familiar with the Taurus Hunter series?
I don't want any Taurus.
No?
I'm against Taurus. I don't like Taurus.
Really?
Yeah.
Fudge. Taurus makes some of the best revolvers, period.
No, no, it's after my buddy his best friend blew his fingers up with a Taurus.
Yeah.
There was something wrong with the alignment,
the timing on the cylinder.
Yeah, and then I got to looking it up because I had a Taurus. It was actually my wife's Taurus. It was a 38 special, and the same exact gun as the one that dude had that blew up in his man. It jacked his fingers bad, man. And I got to looking it up, and there were several recalls and several problems with the Taurus revolvers of the
model.
Yeah, the alignment and stuff on them. And so I was like, yeah, I went and traded it in at a gun show, and bought her I've got the Smith and Wesson, the light.
Mm-hmm.
The Smith and Wesson light. It's double action.
Who are your moderators, sweetie? So would any available moderator erase this comment, please?
What is it?
Fucking shit.
Tell him, Zach, man. Oh,
please.
Damn Taurus, man. What?
Somebody gonna get fired. Who's the moderators in your chat?
Santa's busy at work. Junior's not here.
Damn.
My moderators, they be working.
Truth and integrity.
They got a real job. I don't have them on payroll yet.
Well, and this is probably gonna get the chat jumping pretty good. I could care less for a Glock. I'd just soon not own one. I don't own a Glock. I owned one time. It was a good gun. I mean, I didn't have no problems with it.
Just no craze in it.
I just didn't care for it. It was just like, to me, it was just like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Glock was like picking up a high point, man. I'm just saying. That's what it felt like.
God,
it felt like a high point, man. Like, man, what am I supposed to do with this thing?
I think my favorite firearm at the moment that I own is the M&P metal. That I love that. I do.
I'm a HK guy. I like that HK VP9, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love my VP9s.
That I love the VP9. That screams duty. There's no fancying up a VP9 too far.
Yeah, it just works, man. When we were training a lot, we were training for shoot and move, and switching from your primary to your secondary weapon, things like that. Man, I went running and was going. We were supposed to kind of slide, kind of like behind this tree, and I slid, and it was 2 or 3 people had already slid there, so it kind of kicked the grass up, so it was kind of the dirt and a little gravel. Man, my feet kept going. I landed on my side, right on my gun, man, and slid, and I was like, oh man, I picked it up, and it had dirt in it and stuff. And dude was like, what are you waiting on? And I was like, screw it. Boom, 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 boom. And it
ran through.
Had dirt on it and everything, man. I was cleaning dirt out of the cracks and stuff. It was like, damn, but it worked,
Yeah.
But I know,
brother,
a Glock is from what I understand is very reliable as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just didn't like them, man. It's like I said, it felt like I was grabbing a high point, man, when I grabbed it.
Yeah, they're boring guns initially. Stock, they're boring guns, but they are one of the easiest to configure to your own lickings, you know.
Well, shoot, every store you go into, they may not have, but one or two parts, and it's going to be full of Glock. I mean, you know, it's like you can find parts for them anywhere. You know, holsters, all that stuff. It's like everything's built for a Glock.
Yeah.
I like to never found the retention holster for my HK.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I looked all over, and 3 different times I finally found a holster for my HK, and you know, I'm talking a retention holster. I wanted the Blackhawk retention because I just liked the small design of it, and they were left-handed for all left-handed guns. And I finally one day ran in and you know, ran into one. It was like it was a right hand. It was the only one they had. I was like, shit, I'm buying this right now.
Man. Oh shit. Hey. Hopefully this email comes in. $2.
Yeah.
Oh, you seen this one. Well, sorry. I'm not the best in my abilities. Yeah. You can still hear us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just can't see me.
Yeah, what y'all doing back there? Y'all getting naked and stuff, man? What is this? This must be family friendly.
Not both of us. Hold on, let me blow that up. Because I found, all right, so this guy, his name is Johnny Gun Game, but I found a picture of his daddy.
What? Let me share this.
Does everybody put a yes in the chat if you know who Johnny Gun Game is?
I don't.
I found a picture of his father.
There are holsters.
This is so wrong. He gonna be mad. This edge. And then
I'm not heard of Dara holsters. I'll have to. I'm gonna write that down. Who is that?
Oh shit. That's Johnny Gun Game's pops. It ain't. But a damn show might be. Y'all are wrong. Damn it. All right. We are going to run the hell up out of here. Let me take this down before he gets mad at me. Y'all don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I don't even know who it is, so you know.
Hey, Backwoods, the day you meet this fella, you're going to be happy that you met him.
Oh, okay.
He's a funny guy. He's a good guy.
Heck yeah.
But hey, otherwise, man, you guys enjoy the day. We're gonna run out and start doing our due. I appreciate you.
Dinner. That's why we leave, because he wants his dinner. His supper wasn't made when he got home.
What?
Hey, if frozen pizza is supper, then yeah, let's get to it. But
yeah,
you guys have a good evening. And thank you everybody for stopping through and hanging out with us.
Thank you, Backwoods, for coming and sharing a panel with us. I greatly appreciate it.
You going live right away, or you gonna hang out?
Not now. I'm ready to eat too, man. Shoot, my belly's got to thinking my throat's been cut, man.
Man,
I'm hungry, and I think it's Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, POTB is doing War Game Wednesdays tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right,
yeah.
That's right.
What time is that?
That's at 8.
7. Well, here, I'm on the only time zone that matters, Central Time Zone. You know.
Right. So it's 8 for us. I was right.
Yeah. 8. Yeah.
8 for us, but 7 for him.
Gun game.
But check out POTB. Check out Regular Gun Guy at 8 o'clock. Also, you guys enjoy the day. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us, and we will see y'all later. Peace out, y'all.
You know how to end it?